Yo, if you grew up Dominican, you already know what's about to happen. And if you didn't, welcome because your life is about to change. We're making arroz con dulce, creamy, coconutty, warmly spiced Dominican sweet rice pudding. And I promise you, once you make this, regular rice pudding is dead to you. Let's get into it. First thing, rinse 1.5 cups of short grain rice under cold water. Keep going until that water runs mostly clear. Why? Because we're washing off the extra surface starch. We want creamy, not gummy. There's a difference, and your abuela would agree with me on this. Now, grab a heavy bottom saucepan. This is important. Thin pot scorched rice ruin vibes. Don't do it to yourself. Add your rinsed rice to the pot along with 1 cup of water, 2 large cinnamon sticks, and 5 to 6 whole cloves. Bring that up to a boil over medium-high heat, then drop it down to a simmer and let it go for about 8 to 10 minutes. You're not fully cooking the rice here, you're just waking it up. The grains should still have a little fight in them when you check. That's perfect. And here's the thing, the moment those cinnamon sticks and cloves hit that hot water, your kitchen is going to smell like a holiday, like someone's abuela is somewhere nearby stirring something beautiful. That's the Dominican kitchen experience, and it never gets old. Now for the move that separates arroz con dulce from everything else. Pour in 2 full cans of full fat coconut milk. Not light, not reduced fat, full fat. This is a dessert, not a diet plan. Stir it all together and bring it back to a gentle simmer over medium-low heat. Let it cook for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Watch how that rice starts to soak up all that coconut goodness. It's mesmerizing. After 10 minutes, we're adding the rest of the flavor. 1.5 cups of whole milk, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, taste it, adjust it, you're the boss, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of dark raisins. Now, I already know some of you just made a face. You're anti-raisin, and I understand you as a person, but I do not understand your choices. The raisins are non-negotiable in my house. They plump up in that coconut milk and become these little bursts of sweetness throughout every bite. Trust the process. Stir everything together, drop the heat to low, and now here's the part nobody wants to hear. You have to actually stand there and stir this every 3 to 4 minutes for about 25 to 30 minutes. This is not a set it and forget it situation. This is a commitment. Think of it as therapy. You, a wooden spoon, a pot of something delicious, and whatever's on your playlist. Worst therapy session ever? I think not. Why do we stir so much? Because that's what gives arroz con dulce that silky pudding-like texture. You're coaxing the starch out of the rice slowly, evenly, and building something genuinely incredible in the process. While we're here, stirring and being patient, let me drop a mini soul snack on you real quick. The things worth having in life always require you to stay in the room longer than you feel like. Don't leave early. Stir the pot. Okay. Back to it. After about 25 to 30 minutes, your arroz con dulce should be thick, creamy, and starting to mount on the spoon when you lift it. That's your signal. Remove it from the heat and now stir in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, the zest of 1 full lime, and 1 tablespoon of butter. That lime zest sounds like a small thing. It is not a small thing. It cuts right through all that richness and makes the whole pot pop. Don't skip it. Taste it. Adjust the sugar if you need to. Remember, it will get slightly less sweet as it cools, so if it tastes just right now, you nailed it. Now fish out those cinnamon sticks and as many whole cloves as you can find. You can leave 1 cinnamon stick in for presentation. That's chef behavior. But make sure nobody bites into a clove because that's the kind of surprise that ends friendships. Transfer your arroz con dulce to a serving dish or individual bowls. Dust the top with ground cinnamon and you're done. You can eat it warm right now, which is dangerous because you will not stop, or let it cool to room temperature, or refrigerate it and eat it cold. All 3 versions are correct. All 3 versions are elite. And here's the kicker, this actually tastes better the next day. The flavors settle in, the spices deepen, the coconut gets even more pronounced. Make it the night before a gathering and you will be the most popular person in that room. Guaranteed. Now, I know someone's out there asking, wait, isn't this just arroz con leche? No, absolutely not. Arroz con leche is made with cow's milk. Arroz con dulce Dominicano is built on coconut milk. That's not a small difference. That's the whole personality. The coconut base is what gives this its tropical depth, its richness, its unmistakable Dominican identity. If you've only ever had the cow's milk version, this is going to feel like an upgrade you didn't know you needed. My mom made this growing up. My abuela made this every holiday, every Sunday that felt special. Every time we had people coming over, this was on the stove. And now I make it in my kitchen in Pennsylvania, in a house that smells exactly like it did back then. That's the power of food. It's not just a recipe, it's a time machine. For the full written recipe with all the exact measurements, tips, variations, and step-by-step photos, head to kelvinskitchen.com. The link is in the description. While you're there, check out my habichuelas con dulce and my flan de leche because we're clearly in a Dominican dessert era and I am not sorry about it. If you made this, tag me on Instagram. Drop a comment, let me know how it turned out, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one.